Day one is all about logistics. Most people opt to park a car at the end, hop on a bus, and ride back to the beginning. There are others that prefer to ride the whole trip and then ride the bus back at the end to get their car. Either way, you're going to be loading your bikes onto trucks. For this trip we had 2 trucks fully loaded. They ask you to remove your pedals, turn your handlebars, get everything in there as tightly as possible. Most people bubble wrap their bikes to protect vital parts. There was a 3rd truck available for overflow. In addition to loading your bikes, you also must load your gear. There's a lot of gear, so it's packed in there very efficiently. While you are waiting in line, you will be handed a bus number ticket. And you will begin your adventure across state. Once you reach the Lake Michigan side of the state, you will be directed into the registration area. Here you'll be given lots of good information on how the trip was run, what happens. You'll get a wristband, a t-shirt, and some maps to show you where to go. Each school will have slightly different rules on where you can set up your tents, but there's signs everywhere to let you know where to go. Pretty much you just want to pick a nice spot that feels comfortable to you. Some of them are along the river, which this one was in Big Rapids, was pretty beautiful. Everything is super organized, and there are signs letting you know everything there is to do. There's charging stations for your electronic devices. There were signs to tell you where to go to dinner, and even charging stations that are specially set up for e-bikes. If you're wondering how you keep from getting lost, these pavement markings will be on pretty much every intersection you come across. A lot of people use this Ride with GPS app, which worked really well for me. As you're riding along, you'll probably get thirsty, you'll probably get hungry. So one of the favorite events every day about midpoint through the ride is the fruit stop. These ladies cut up, maybe 20 or 30 watermelons at every stop. Sometimes apples and oranges and everything, and you can just sit and eat as much as you can put down. Also refill your water bottles, take a little break, get refreshed, and on your way. Toward the end of the day, when you have about 5 miles left, you're going to be lucky enough to stop at a licorice stop. The licorice lady comes by and brings you a great selection. Again, there's water here and some chairs and just a way to relax and re-energize for the rest of the ride. Of course, there's always going to be hills, and some of them are tough. I'll admit I walked up many of the hills this day. But there's always that time when you crest the hill and head on your way down. I think I got going 24 miles an hour without pedaling on this one. The riders in this group were varied in age from, I think the youngest was 10 that was riding a bike, to this guy on the right was 87. I rode with him for many days. The local businesses benefit greatly from having 700 people come through their small towns. Oh yes, and then there's the food. Lots of food. You don't even care what it is after a while, you just want more of it because you are so hungry from riding all day. It's delicious. One of my favorite things along the trail is all the wildlife that we see. I actually saw quite a few deer, some raccoons, but the turtle was the only slow enough one that I could actually record. We had 2 mobile bike repair shops that travel along with us every day, morning and evening, plus along some of the stops along the way. So if you had trouble, they were always there to help. Every morning you can fill up your water bottles at the Water Horse. At the end of a long day of riding, this is where you found most adults. Of course, the kids all rode the extra miles and still had enough energy to play some sports when they were done. So there's a tradition at Palm that before you start your ride at Lake Michigan, you dip your back tire in the water. And then when you get to the other side of Lake Huron, you dip your front tire in the water there to complete your ride. On the final day, there is a giant parade, and some people take it really seriously and decorate their bikes. This is going to take a while. I think we had something like 500 people stick around for the parade. Enjoy!